up, guys? Titan Weeze here on another adventure. Yeah, look, it's already. I mean, the road seems okay, but trust me, it gets crazier up here. I don't know if you guys can see it up here, but yeah, it's just gonna get worse. So we're in 4 right now. We're gonna hopefully not get stuck. You know what I'm saying? Because at the top of this, we have a gate we have to get through. But last thing we want to do is get stuck up here in this kind of condition, this weather. Keep it in 4. Just keep her moving. Look. Whoa, I think I got this the wrong way, but oh well. Let's just go ahead and record here real quick, guys. Titan Weeze here. Look at this, back in the country again. Yeah, look at this one. Whoa. That's a tree, huh? Pretty nice ones here. But this one looks like it's ready to go here, so we can probably take this one right here. Yeah, we'll take this one. It's pretty much dead. Pretty much gone. But 2 years in a row now, we end this season off a pick. Now, we could say this year isn't compared necessarily to last year, given our circumstances within being the #1 seed. However, that does not excuse Tannehill's game time decisions and some of these play calls that we are all pretty much on the same page on. And yes, we all agree. There's a lot of dumb decisions that were made, and it jeopardized our entire season. Now, I wanted to do a real quick video recap right after the game. But I had my son and I was in different spirits at that time, you know. It didn't really hit me until, I want to say, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. What really hit me and it said, hey guys, the season is done. There is no more Titans talk. I think it was when you actually brought up algorithms and it was just playoffs of who's moving on, and it really is. You don't get a trophy for second place, and we shouldn't celebrate this. Maybe I'm not going off on tangent as much as everybody else has been, because everybody else has been really like close as far as what they've watched this entire season. And I've missed a few games here, granted, yes, but it amazes me just how, you know, far we really have gotten here, because I told everybody I was catching up, right? Great games, couple bad calls. I wouldn't say in this game bad calls. I'm saying in the past few games there, you know, that really determined our season. Special teams on this game. Let's just stay on this game for now. I really wanted to give a true recap of what it was like for me watching the game, because like I said, I had my son and I really couldn't be as crazy loud or anything like that. Really wasn't feeling good as well, so my attention was really on him now and again. And I did miss maybe about 2 or 3 quick plays, but nothing really major. Now, I had said it's going to come down to special teams. And the one thing I really wanted to talk about was, well, 2 things here I want to talk about, okay, that nobody is talking about. Well, I want to first give the recognition and credit that these players have gone through multiple personnel, multiple injuries in a crazy year. God knows how much testing they have to do on a regular basis. Now, why I said it was going to come down to special teams was we wanted to win field position. Before this game had started, I wanted to say, can we afford to get into a shootout with Cincinnati, and can we answer back? Being that this is the first time we've gotten Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, back, you know, I still don't want to give Julio, I want to say 100% credit that he was a 100 back, you know, but he did make some really key plays there where we were moving the sticks. Awesome, awesome job of doing that. And that's the Julio we needed to step up all year, right? That's, I mean, it maybe everybody expected more, but that was basically what I had expected out of Julio. This game was, you know, relatively 30. I wanted to say 41 yards, but I was thinking more 39. But and maybe 4 or 5 targets, you know. But he really stepped up for us. So I'm not blaming Julio on any of these things here. You know what I mean? AJ Brown had an outstanding game. AJ Brown went off. You know, I mean, there's a few plays probably he wants a few back there. You know, and this just goes to show that we needed that depth. You know, this whole time I was thinking, when we went into that Steelers game, I was thinking, God, you know, what would be great if we had Marcus Johnson right now. Oh, he would have been such a contributor. You know, I was going to say game changer, but it would have been contributor. He would have been a game changer probably for this game. But that's neither here nor there. You know, that's a what ifs kind of thing. But I mean, we just got to focus on now. We threw it to Nick Westbrook. Now, I don't want to discredit Nick Westbrook. The guy's really stepped up for us in a lot of key games here. I mean, I believe from what I understand, he led the Titans in second in receiving and touchdowns, I believe, right? Did from a free agent, from my understanding. Did we expect more? I'm not sure, but I didn't expect any less. You could say. Does that make any sense? You know, I mean, he did more than my expectations. I'll tell you that right now. You know, I thought he was going to be a Green Beckham maybe, Tyrod Taylor. You know, I mean, I love Tyrod, but it was just something about his attitude towards the game that I didn't appreciate. You know, and then he was out of here. So now that I heard that AJ Brown's being the most productive receiver we've had for some time, and that was through A to Z, from my understanding, earlier this week, because I did watch a little bit of their game. Oh, shout out to Titan Upload too. Titan Upload. I was at the tried to watch the beginning of the game the other day, you know, but I don't know if you were on late or something like that, or what was going on, technical difficulties. But I ended up watching the game because I had my son there, you know, like I said, and we were just chilling, enjoying the game, and you know, Adori and I, so we were watching some Upload, and then the game had started, and he finally crashed out about second quarter, first to second quarter. But it was great. It was a good experience, you know. So maybe that's why my attitude is a little different. It's because I missed a lot of the regular season, and it didn't hit me as hard because, hey, this is really important. This #1 seed, this isn't coming so often. I mean, unless you're the Chiefs, of course, but it just doesn't happen so often for Tennessee. And it was just great for us to be excited for once to be the #1 seed. But then to lose it, and I mean, we really look like the clowns now, you know, unfortunately. So I saw it across YouTube, just a lot of people just really upset and frustrated and everything, you know. I shout out to to Titans in Truth, Chris. I tried to check out a couple of shows there, of the live shows too. I was jumping in and out, you know what I mean? And then I'm going to watch a few more videos. I'm going to download everybody's videos tonight and watch it at work, you know. I really wanted to give, you know, my 2 cents before I watched everybody else's stuff, you know, just to, as someone, okay, hold on. As someone who hasn't watched the regular season and see where I see errors and everything. Things here with our special teams unit. Now, during the game, did you guys notice that we were having issues on our kick off, our defensive side, right? So when we would kick off, when we had 3 and outs and everything, you know, or even just a regular kicking unit, we had issues. If you look back, you could see Dane Cruikshank kind of turned around and did one of those, what was the Chiefs player? Matthias, you know, he goes like, what the hell's going on? He looks back, he's like, Coach, what's going on? Ola missed a few key blocks. I mean, not to put it on, just to point it on these players, but this is from what I had saw, you know, and I haven't really gone back to watch any of the highlights. I think I only watched it to maybe about halftime or the third quarter with the highlights. right before we pretty much got the ball back with Tannehill in the fourth quarter, you know. But I just wanted to point that out. Now that I mentioned that, okay, this is going to sound a little crazy here. And this is the part I said nobody's talking about this. Brett Kern, I love Brett Kern. We have him for another season, from my understanding. Now, given the fact that we had the best field punter in the league, I want to say he's one of the best punters in the league, kind of showed me otherwise this game. Because if you look back, every time they got the ball, they were able to do a little something with it, whereas we didn't, right? Field position, very key in this game. Now, did we think going into this game we weren't going to push their hand in those short coverage areas where Brett was kicking it, right? And we was be maybe the 35, 30-yard line, 25 even. Did we expect the ball to hit and someone to get there and to cover it within the end zone? And in doing so, we thought we would get a man beat, right? When in fact, we didn't. Nobody was down there to get that coverage and everything, and they were able to get that ball and return it a few times for their field coverage. Now, why didn't we make these adjustments? If Kern saw something like this, why didn't we just try to bring it in more? I mean, if he's pretty much an assassin when it comes to this, you know, I mean, that's a chip shot for Kern. Come on now. That's what I really didn't understand in the game was why didn't we make these adjustments? Now, the other thing I wanted to cover really quick was why didn't we early on recognize what was going on within a play? Now, particularly, I'm pointing out a call within maybe the blitz that was coming in. AJ had pointed it out, you know, where Tannehill had almost decided to make a check, or I'm not sure if he did make a check or not. But AJ, you know, had pointed out, he's like, hey, this guy over here. He's like, hey, this guy over here, he knows what's going on. Watch him. And we get the ball off. Throws, and he gets the pick. Now, I go to this because from early on, Tannehill just did not look comfortable. He was timid. He was very indecisive. Maybe it's because they were giving him a lot of coverages he hasn't seen. For the most part, we were able to make this adjustment, just a little adjustment, and with Deonta and with Julio, we were able to make a little tiny adjustments, but it still was off. Something was still off. We just couldn't get a rhythm going. And it was really, I want to say, exciting to see how this offense was going to come together, thinking we'd get out of this rut. And I was like, man, we've got, you know, we got this guy, oh, we got that guy. Then when things kind of started unfolding, you know, with those third and shorts, and then the 4th and 1, where, you know, Tannehill had been pretty successful this entire time until that last game, where we pretty much got blown out. We got run over. That line was just struggling, man. I mean, you see, I had to go back and relook to see where Ben Jones was just getting beat. And, I mean, not to just discredit Reader, but that guy was just a beast, man. He played like he wanted it, you know. And that's all it is. It's just pretty much the better team won. Just like Bill Belichick said, right? Better team won today. Walk off, you know. I mean, say what you want. This defense played lights out. It just came down to Tannehill. I just don't know if it was all right or something's good at home. Somebody tell him something, you know. Somebody get in his ear. Derrick Henry said, if I don't get my snaps, boy, if I don't get my snaps, I'm finna go off on you. But, I mean, for the most part, they pretty much, I wouldn't say shut down Henry. They limited Henry pretty much, right? And it's been like that in the playoffs. It's just, I wouldn't say Henry's like that per se, because Henry did go off one year for us. But Tannehill just had that struggle, and I'm not sure if he's that QB going forward. I mean, yes, the last video I said, we're going to ride with Tannehill. We're going to ride with Downing. But, hey, few things we just need to look over here real quick. I mean, given our circumstances that we all said, Vrabel's probably not going to get rid of Todd Downing. Okay, so this is the tricky part here. It is a lot of our play calling is just mediocre in short terms. That's just what it looks like. It looks like we don't have much of a play call, and they figure this out pretty quick, relatively quick. That needs to change. I really wanted more from our tight end group this game, a little bit more, just a little bit more, you know. If Tannehill gone with Ferguson underneath, like a few people have said, you know, just to get the first or even below the first, that would still put us in good field position. But, you know, the craziest thing about this, guys, is when I was watching that game, we're marching down, and like Kevin Byard had said in this post-game interview, said, hey, offense got this going. We're going to get this finally going. We're going to get in a good area, and Randy's going to take us home. That's what I said. Randy needs to be the executioner, and I'm going to post that quote that I had posted there. I think it was on Chris Sims's show, podcast right before the game, 2 days before the game. It was going to come down to Tannehill's decision making, and how precise he can be. It's going to come down to Todd Downing's game planning and what he's going to have for them. Because, I mean, at times Todd Downing has been great for us, and then sometimes he's just been really bad. What went wrong? What went wrong, you know? This whole game, it just seemed like a struggle. And then you look at the clock, and there's third quarter with 3 minutes to go. And you're like, okay, well, you know, we got some time, boys. Let's go. Somebody make something happen. And A.J. Brown was that guy, and this defense was stepping up big time, right? Oh, my God, this defense stepped up pretty big, you know. Except for Christian Fulton. My guy, man, Christian. He was trying to come back, talking smack and everything, too. But, man, my guy got skipped. He got folded up. He you know. This way. No. Which way did he go? He went that way. Wait. I thought it was you guys. I thought it was your guy. No, I thought you said you was all right. Spider. Yeah. I didn't. Oh my God, guys! Did you see Chase? Oh, he shook some guys in that fourth quarter. Was it Byard and Fulton? Where they both ran that corner? And it was like, oh man, I thought you got him. No, I thought you had him. It's somebody get him over there. Somebody get him over there. But man, he had us all game. He was just toying with us all game. You know what I mean? Woo! And I couldn't be mad. I really couldn't, because I'm not sure if I expected it, but in return, I also just understood we're missing people. And call me crazy. Maybe this is why I'm not that upset, was because I had, don't want to say predicted this, but I said we lost a lot of people, and I don't expect this to go, and let's call this a season. Mario and I had texted and talked about this back in October when we lost Henry. Said, you know, let's just call it a wrap. We're just done. Now, Henry had a tough time getting going, you know, but in the fourth quarter, he kind of picked it up there. Deonto did outstanding, you know, hitting the pocket there twice. Oh, my God. Gave us some good breathing room, you know, and Henry got it going in the fourth. It was just a little too late, unfortunately, you know. And, guys, we just struggled. Man, it looked like we were lost, and it just... There's one thing I just really said was, can we afford to get in the shootout? And then to lose 9 sacks the way we did, just for nothing. Just get something going, and for nothing, we couldn't get anything going. Somebody had mentioned this in one of the chats here. There was an A to Z, was, why didn't we just take a knee? And like I was saying, it's crazy. This whole time, I didn't even think of that because I thought we were going down the field. I thought we were winning it. Taking a knee didn't even cross my mind. I mean, like a glitch of it, maybe like in the 2 minutes, real quick there, but it was still like, nah. Seriously, it was behind me. I don't remember it. Now, we march down and we throw it to Nick Westbrook with under 20 to go, or with 20 to go. That was what hurt. And then knowing our kicker cannot kick it from 50 on. Early on, I had seen it and I was like, guys, I don't, when we were like at the, like the logo, I almost said the arrowhead, the logo, right? And I was saying, can we make this kick? And I said, no. And in my head right away, I said, yes or no, can my kicker get this done? No. I had no faith whatsoever. Oh, this is a rough one, guys. Number 1 seed gone. But, oh well. We're going to move on to next year, right? Now, we're going to lose a lot of people here, and that's the sad part about it. We're going to lose a lot of people, probably Landry too. And I said on Titan Upload, he's my second round draft pick because the man plays with heart. What's 1-2 years ago, the guy was playing 96% of the snaps, 90 plus, maybe 80% overall this entire career as a Titan, and now the man's about to go get paid, and he should. We're probably gonna lose Landry, and that's totally fine. I'm not gonna be mad at the brother because he needs to get paid. But hey, that's it for me, guys. Want to make this short, sweet, and to the point. And hey, stay tuned.